Right, very good morning. Now, purpose of this video, the title of this video is educational purposes. And what I'm going to show you is a README file which is going to go onto GitHub. Now, the reason why it's a README file is because it needs to be done on an education purpose basis only. Because there are a lot of people out there who, to be honest, they do not have a clue. And we need to be educated. So that's why I'm doing this video. Now, on my GitHub, which is Geordie Paul, it says this: Geordie coins available for Geordie Nation, i.e. the Geordies up in the northeast of England. I had the idea 2018. I was living and working in Newcastle at the time, and I came across a situation where lots of empty shops, and I wanted to be able to do something way back in 2017 about that. Because if you haven't got a business selling goods or a service to you, then the council of said city, Newcastle City Council, would not be making any money from an empty shop. In a nutshell, the concept was simple, was to use an ERC20 in the terms of when it is sold on any exchange, the money must be used for business. And what I mean by that is either renting a business premises, an office, a safe environment for people to work in, and everything that would go into that office space: your desks, your equipment, your chairs to sit on, kettles, and your photocopiers, your computers, anything that is used within the business space. So that gives you a rough idea. Now, as I say, I come past many shops where they're selling nothing. And back in 2017, nobody had heard of an ERC20. It just wasn't on the radar. Wasn't on the radar because powers that be didn't want anybody to learn about it. Even Bitcoin was a dirty word. Yes, even Bitcoin was a dirty word. And that was because a lot of people had turned around way back then and said, oh, Bitcoin's used for dodgy dealings. Misconception. Total misconception. And that blindsided everybody. Now, Bitcoin is the king of cryptocurrency. And a lot of people who were put off back in 2017, they now look at the price of that Bitcoin, that dirty word. It's $72,000. per coin. So they were misled up a garden path to nothing but a wall that nobody could do anything with. You couldn't climb over it, you couldn't get round it. That was the misconception, and it was brilliant. So, getting back to this, I wanted adoption across Newcastle, but I wanted adoption within a circle radius of 25 miles from city centre. So that meant the Newcastle side of the river and also the Gateshead side of the river. And way back then, the difference was fiat currency. Now, fiat currency, I can't show you fiat currency, but here's a rough thing for you. £5 notes, plastic. £10 notes, plastic. £20 notes, again, plastic. Now, do you kind of get the rhythm here? I hope you do, because when I grew up in Newcastle upon Tyne, we had pound notes, and if you were lucky, you got a pound note, and you cherished it. Now, pound notes were phased out. They were replaced with a coin. But that was way back when. So we have changed, and that is the purpose of education, to change. Now, as I'm saying in here, right, fiat currency, your fives, your tens, your 20s, and if you were damn lucky enough, your 50s, they've all changed to plastic. But there is a big, massive problem. Here's a problem. The plastic comes from oil. Plastic is a byproduct from oil. Now, 1 second while I get my cup. So, this, like I said at the beginning, is educational video. Now, the plan was with Geordie notes and Geordie coins. One would be used as internal currency within an exchange. Geordie notes, that would be where you go into a shop, a business, to get either a product, coat, or something similar, pardon me, and or you would get a service, i.e. like you go for an MOT, you are paying somebody to give you a clean bill of health for your car, as an example. And what I wanted to do was to peg each ERC20 to pound sterling or to Ethereum or to Bitcoin or something else, so that as that value rose, this would rise at the same time. That was the understanding. And I wanted to spread it, not just in Newcastle, I wanted to spread it out. So that I live in Rushcliffe in Nottingham. And that was part of the equation with the ERC20 to expand it. But it's hard to expand something when it is suppressed. When you are told that it's a dirty word, don't have anything to do with it. And yet, at the same time, businesses from 2017, when this was first wrote, to now, 2024, how many businesses, how many shops can you think that are gone, that don't exist anymore? There's many. And this is the point. This is the education part of what I'm speaking about. Now, as I said to you, so there we have it. That is on GitHub. Now you see the green button. Well, that green button means that I haven't committed it to there. But you heard that. Now what it's asking me is commit message, update the readme, extended description. So while you are on video, I shall take the glasses off. Additional extended description. Expand ERC 20 from base. The base would be Newcastle out. Newcastle upon Tyne to other areas of the United Kingdom. Now, this is now committed to GitHub, so that maybe 5, maybe 10 years down the line, it'll still be there. So, commit changes, done. So, that is it all done and dusted, and there you go. That is it all. Now, here's the thing. Because I said at the beginning, education. Education's bloody important. But you have to want to learn. If you don't want to learn, you ain't going to learn nothing. And that's the honest truth. You see, when I was up in Newcastle, I was training to be something, and my funding did that. It just disappeared. It vanished into thin air. So I went to do something else, and I ended up becoming a bus driver. It wasn't given. No. It took 6 months of training to pass the test and become a bus driver. Now, that's what I'm saying to you. These things you have to learn each one. Like an example. You can't pick up a musical instrument in a shop like GT Windows in the Central Arcade in Newcastle. You can't walk in there and decide that's a nice guitar, pick it up, and you can play like Slash or Mark Knopfler or people like the Sting. You have to learn. You have to want to learn. And that's the whole purpose of this video. You see, everything's changed. Every single thing has changed. And moving forward, I'm going to do educational. Whether you want it or not. Because there are things you need to understand. And the only way I can get around the system is education, is to teach. So that's moving forward. Work is possible with a bus company or another job which is not far, because I'm tired. I'm tired of being the way I was. Time for a change. And that change is full-time work, which means this YouTube, you won't get it as much. So, to everybody, thanks very much for watching. And if this channel does continue, show me you want this channel to continue. And how you can do that is every single YouTube channel from Steve Wraith, Adam Pearson, Rubenstein, The Tune Review, and many others, we all receive a message how many subscribers we have this week, this month. So if you want me to continue, I want more subscribers. Otherwise, like my brother said to us a few times, you're wasting your time. And time is valuable. So is education valuable. Anyway, thank you.